Are we in the correct meeting room?
I think.
Yes. What's going on, Mr. Jose? But it's actually only his AI.
Yeah, looks like it.
How does that work when your AI shows up and you don't? Like, it is faster than you. Andrea, why did you turn off the camera? I want to see you. You like your gangster look all the time. Oh, look at him.
Look at
He's
this
wearing
one.
his staircase shirt too.
Nice.
Yeah, I need to commute a little bit, so I'll be kind of driving.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm preparing for a regatta. Tomorrow morning we start, so we need to get drunk tonight and get some rest to be ready for the sea the next 3 days.
Oh, it's Alta there?
No ultra, regatta, sailing,
Oh, okay.
race.
Okay. Got it.
So turning on video so that I don't kind of people don't look at my ugly face.
Did you get a chance to talk to Mladen by any chance?
No, did not, but it's the plan. So kind of probably we will be two base oracles
Okay.
for the
Yeah,
proof
it's
of concept.
what we need. We're gonna do a quick demo, so let's wait if anybody else actually joins. And we basically need to allocate you guys some properties, and we have the and Mykyta gonna demo, and we have the stuff is ready, but you guys need to give us your actually addresses. So right now we are allocating and named properties for you guys to just basically go do that, and then we'll open that up. So if you guys join Slack, I'll be more specific in terms of giving you guys the access. But let's wait a couple of more minutes to see if anybody else joins, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Oh, sounds good. All I need is a kind of demo, and we'll go from there. Are you going to share this recording?
Yeah, we're gonna share a screen.
No, I'm saying, will you link it afterwards through the recording session?
Yeah, I'll send the recording as well. Yes.
Then should be fine. I'm going to follow up just from audio because I cannot look and drive.
Okay,
I don't have
that's fine. Understand. Yeah, let's actually Mykyta, let's get started, because then I'll send the demo for these guys to take a look. Oh, there we go. Mohammed joined too.
Okay, so let's start.
Yep.
Okay. We will start from the same point we had on the previous week. It's the difference that now we have a CLI tool that would be helpful for all oracles to get list of assignments and submit some data. So here I am again in the blockchain explorer, and we have a transaction that happened in order with an assignment to an oracle. So same stuff, we have an event, oracle assigned, we see oracle address, and we have property CID that contains property information. Now, in order to get the assignment and submit the data, I will use the tool that we called Elephant CLI. It is openly distributed. Source code is available on the GitHub, and you can install it from the NPM like any other tool. So the first command that everybody will use is to list assignments and to get list of an property that was assigned to you. In order to do this, I will copy this command for list assignment. And as a parameter oracle, I will specify my address or the address of this oracle. And when I execute it, what happens is the CLI traverses the blockchain, looks for this events where it is assigned to this oracle, and then it uses the CID provided here and goes to IPFS and downloads the data itself. So if now I will check the file that I have, what I have right now is directory called downloads that I didn't have before. And if I check what's inside of it, we see one JSON file, and it is called the same as property CID was called. So if we take a closer look of what we have inside of here, we have addresses as an array, and we have parcel ID. For this specific case, our addresses has length of 1, and we have only one address, but it is an array for reasons that all of these properties and all of these allocations happens from the open addresses database. And open addresses is a database that provides us list of parcel IDs and list of polygons where it can be, and list of addresses and their polygons as well. Because of that, for same parcel ID, we can derive multiple addresses from the open addresses database, and that's why we will provide all of them, so then you as an oracle will be able to pick up the correct one and use this formatted address. So once I have information about what property I need to analyze, I see that it is located in Los Angeles County. I know parcel ID and I know the address. I would go and mine the data, extract the data in different way. I would either write a script, do it with an AI agent, and any other way. So here I show you just for an example, where did I get this data from when I was preparing for this data, which is Los Angeles County appraiser website. I use the parcel identifier to get this data, and contains all the data we want. So now I would go and I have the data. Let me quickly copy it.
So just actually, as Mykyta mentioned, is you can do this, you can code it. We are releasing actually an AI agent that kind of automate this process. You can use the AI agent for actually for a couple of reasons. It's basically going through that code. You will see what are the steps that needs to be taken, what are the raw material that you need, any type of actually the JSON schema that is in the IPFS, the stub file that is needed to put the data to make it easier. Any type of validation. And what the AI agent does is basically generate scripts that do that. So you can both use it as an end-to-end workflow, but if you want your actually style of workflow and actually how you want to organize it and time it and execute it, you can take what's produced with the AI agent and bring it in. So Mykyta obviously already done that. So he has this data already prepared. We are skipping that, which is really the process of the Oracle work. and we'll release the agents, and that would be independent demos that we're going to give you guys to be able to walk through that. So this is kind of bypassing the beginning, the middle part. That's why the data is already staged and already translated from the website that actually Mykyta shows to now these 4 JSON file that is related to the 4 groups of data. They're going to be a lot more groups eventually, but the groups last time we talked about are the key units of where ultimately you will get mined. When you mine, you get tokens associated to that, and then when the data is actually updated, you get gas associated to that. So these are kind of the units of those currencies. Sorry, Mykyta, I just wanted to remind.
Yeah, okay, great. So what I have right now is a directory called data, and inside of it, I have a directory with a name that corresponds to our property seed that we got assigned. And inside of it, we have 5 files. Each one of them represents data group, as Sufi mentioned. Those files are named with data group seed.json. And what this data group seed is if we use this seed and we go to IPFS and check what's inside of it, we will get a JSON schema that represents the data. So in this case, this data group number 1, as we can see, represents latitude and longitude. So we provide list of those JSON schemas that you will be able to use to first validate your data, and second, as it will be linked inside on the chain when data is submitted, we will be able to easily link schema of the data with submitted data, and it opens different kinds of possibilities like external validation, history, and so on and so forth. So when we will submit the data in a moment, what this CLI tool will do as one of the steps, it will use those names and it will go to IPFS and download those JSON schemas to perform data validation to prevent you from submitting the invalid data and therefore prevent you from spending unwanted gas for the chain. It is also important to notice 2 prerequisites that you need to have in order to use this tool. You need to provide it your private key from your blockchain.
bronze.
Andrea, can you mute?
Like
it is important to have 2 things. First is your private key, as you will have to send the transactions to the chain and sign those transactions. So I highly recommend you to use a wallet where you will be able to export this private key. One of them being MetaMask. You can easily export your private key from here. And the other thing that is needed will be your token from the Pinata service. And Pinata is one of the services that provides a gateway to the IPFS and ability to upload and pin files inside the IPFS. The tool is at the time integrated with the Pinata because it is the most popular one. But as tool is open, you're free to go and modify it to be able to connect to your local node or whatever service you would like to have. So I have all of those set up in my environment inside .env file. So all I need to do right now is run a command to submit file and provide it path to the directory. So I can go back to the documentation and I can copy a command, just submit files. I need to specify a path to the directory. So what happens now is it reads the data, it does the JSON validation, it uploads the files to the IPFS, and once it is done, okay, I have insufficient funds to perform a transaction. I'm sorry for this. Give me 1 minute. Okay. I used a fresh new address for this demo and I forgot to give it some fonts, so we can rerun the same command and we will get the same results. It will load the data, validate the files, upload them to the IPFS. And after that, create a transaction. So as you can see, the transaction is sent and we can see its address hash. And if we will go back to Blockchain Explorer and we open a page of our contract, we can see, we should be able to see new transaction coming up. So let's check as a hash. Yeah, okay. Just transform, and we can see that we as an Oracle send a transaction to our smart contract, and as a input data, we call the function called submit patch data, and we submit a whole bunch of data CIDs for the pairs of property CIDs and data group CIDs. So now what we need to do as an Oracle, basically for this particular property, we need to wait till other Oracle submits the data, reach a consensus, and as a result, get a reward for it.
Very good. Awesome. So you guys gotta take a look at it. I know, Andrea, you were just basically, you have, you will take a look at this, but Mohammed, you missed the last calls. Anything I need to explain or we need to explain for you to just actually see what, to clarify? You're on mute. I don't know if you have the ability to talk or not. Okay, that's fine. Just go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm following, and
Yeah.
from the video it's easier. The demo looks Mykyta as always. It's straightforward, and it shouldn't be any problems there.
Perfect. So you will find and Mohammed, I think what you missed the last time, if you watch, what's important on your side is you just need to find 2 more oracles. So I don't know if like Hiba or any of the other guys that they want to do this. Let's quickly find 2 and then just get their actually wallet addresses, and then we'll allocate some property to you guys. The rest of it is actually there. So if you have a Oracle kind of sub-community in Croatia with actually Andrea and Mladen and actually anyone else, and then you guys can have one in Egypt. Let's get these 2, so this way you can get kind of early allocation of these tokens, and basically the governance tokens as well, that allows you to be able to be entitled to the gas. So when this whole thing gonna come in, that's where you start gaining the result. But right now, if you are the first one that you're basically allocating time and just mine these things, you're gonna be like the early Bitcoin guys. So just talk to the rest of them. You are added to the Slack as well, both of you guys, so you can just easily ask questions. All of us here are there, so if there's something quickly you want to do, and if you get your actually wallets and basically DM me or DM Mykyta, any of us, we can start allocating those property to you guys, and then the agent's gonna be there too, which kind of getting to that data is going to be fairly easy to follow that with the agent. You'll be able to do maybe thousands of properties in just a matter of a couple of days if you kind of understand the mechanics. And that's significant. And when you have that, then you just want to mine more, because the more you just actually do it, the allocation, I put that into the calculation. If the network when the network start working, our assumption is even if you have 1,000 actually oracles that they basically do this work and evenly spread, by doing a part-time job, which is like 1,000 basically hours, you'll be able to generate like $200,000. That's when we have everybody on the network. So imagine you do more, so at the end, your group and actually Andrea's group is you guys doing equal to basically, 5 groups of oracles that they have, all of a sudden that number is significant with just limited amount of work right now. So this is important that actually not only you do it, but just encourage for you guys to be able to kind of put your flag in and make sure that you basically you claim it. It's just a zero risk, almost minimal effort to be able to actually do this. So it's crazy if you guys don't take advantage of it.
Yeah, first, hi everyone, it is nice to see you all. Second, I still watching the post recordings to like get a better understanding of the topic. My question here, if I reached out to Heba or Khaled or someone that have been working with us in Staircase, and they didn't have the time or not interested to join, can I ask someone from outside the camp? Anyone is
Yeah, absolutely. I was just, because I thought that would be easier. Yeah, you can just, anyone. Even better if you just go outside, because it proves more that actually our pitch and your pitch to them, it's working, because they don't know us and just purely is based on the sheer value. So yeah, you just go get anyone. And it doesn't need to be 2 more. Like, you just can basically, you can have as many as you want, and that way you can do more work, but just you get your consensus, because they might not have the same capacity as you. You might be in like 3 groups to reach consensus, and you do the work of 10 oracle, and each of them they're gonna do like equal to 1 or 2 oracle to be able to, because you want to have people ready that do as much as you do to be able to reach consensus, right? That's the key. If you do a lot of work and you haven't prepared, or you're not ready to collaborate with anyone, just your thing sits there and just basically you're not getting the tokens. I want to make sure that you guys are basically reaching consensus, because that's ultimately the value is being kind of minted using blockchain terminology.
طيب okay the second question here, how much time, like, estimately can or I need to spend each week to
It's up to you. It's our assumption is basically if you are doing millions, it's still a part-time job, right? But that's contingent upon you understand the mechanics of that. And then if you get to the point that you do automation, imagine you do 20 million properties and they're yours, they're minted. And you figure out and you write a beautiful script that crawl, that put all the changes, and you automate it and you put it in the background that actually does an update. You just literally don't have to do anything. It's this initial setup that you have to do to be able to actually get it going. So it becomes like like the mining of the Bitcoin. You just need servers, machines, and just basically run this script. It becomes to that level, especially it's actually if you use the AI agent and some of this stuff. So it's not going to be time demanding. The whole assumption is this is something that it can be extremely automated and just it's a side thing, but hopefully this side thing can generate so much actually money that you can just get rid of your main thing. But for now, it's just our assumption is a side gig, and the expectation from time and allocation of effort is just basically is a side gig allocation.
yeah, hopefully the assumptions will go well.
So these assumptions, we've done that. So we basically, the team has, when we did, that's why we're creating the AI agent. So we take all of our knowledge, we put it there. So that should take weeks of our thinking just captured into something that actually emerges. So the assumptions that they are making, it is all practical based on our work. Obviously, there is a 0 to 1 aspect that because you haven't done this, it's going to take a little bit. But when it runs, is basically the sources is identified, the translation is identified. You just need to do delta and make sure that this thing is point. And with the Elephant CLI and everything there, you can just put it into a cron jobs, into scripts that while you're sleeping, it's actually doing the work.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
Cool. Awesome. So just make sure you guys jumping into Slack. Any question, just basically shoot it. We'll get it answered, and then I'll share the video here. You guys figure out your group. My assumption is you guys should have everything that you need to start basically getting to the point that reach consensus and get the updated contract. And then in parallel, we are basically registering the tokens and everything else, and that allows you to be able to start seeing things in your wallet as soon as the registry actually happens. But this allows you to do the work, and then when the token is officially released, is basically we'll go and update the smart contract, and anybody who actually reach consensus based on the tokenomics and actually the structure, they're gonna get their allocated tokens. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mykyta. Good work.
Yeah.
And we'll chat.
Chat next week, guys. See ya. Bye.
Everyone.